On this edition of Lockdown Conversation, we speak with a young lady who's making a difference in our country, and she is going beyond the call of duty, and she's doing extra in her little way to help with the fight of the COVID disease here. This is Lockdown Conversations, and my name is Phillip Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Miss Keoma. How are you doing?
Not bad.
Not bad. That's good. That's good. So I was looking through Facebook and I saw a news article speaking about you providing transportation for healthcare workers. And I thought to myself, this was really excellent. And I wanted to speak with you directly. So how did this start?
I came across the news on social media of nurses being refused transportation. Like I have a friend, a nurse, who's a nurse, and one of her posts was about basically asking the general public, how do you feel knowing that the nurses were left stranded on the road last night?
Wow.
And that for me was heartbreaking. Like while I was in bed sleeping, these nurses are on the road, you know? Like if that didn't bring some sort of emotion or you know, to anyone, it did for me. You know, I automatically started to think of, okay, how can I help? What can I do? And I remembered that there's this vehicle, my friend's vehicle. It's there. I can ask them to use it. I automatically start to think, okay, so who do I contact? I contacted my friend who says, well, I think we're covered for Georgetown, but because I was actually going to leave on the west side to head to Georgetown to pick the girls up to bring them over, I completely bypassed West Demerara Hospital. But then she said, you know, I think we're covered at Georgetown, but I could get you in contact with the girls at West Dem because I think they need help. So while she was doing that, I went over to my friend's place. I asked his mom, and I was like, you know, this is what I need it for. This is what I'm going to do. I approached a few business people on the way to speak to the owners for the vehicle. And I was like, listen, this is what I'd like to do. And I think I need your help with this because I'm going to need finances, or I'm going to need whatever help you could give me. And I was told, yes, anything you need, just let us know. Give me a call. And, you know, and in mere hours, this was done. This was set. Wow. I got one nurse's number. She got in contact with all the nurses that were working.
Wow. So on an average, how many nurses would you provide transportation for?
To be honest, it's difficult. It's really difficult for me to give a number. What I can say is that I take on average 5 to 6 into the hospital, and I leave with a maximum of 8. But then we have different nurses for every night. Right. Some work, you know, and initially I could say that I did not see a face. All I knew was these nurses came into the vehicle. Good night. Thank you so much. I'm driving, looking straight ahead, and I hear this stop, that stop, this. So if these nurses were to stop me during the day, I could tell you I have no idea who they are, or, you know?
Yeah. Do you still do it? Like tonight, you'll be back on the road again?
Yeah. Yep. I do it every night. Every night. I remember one night, one of the nurses called me and she said, Keoma, before this was a thing that they knew of, the girls would call me to ask me, okay, so are you going to come for us tonight? Are you coming for us tonight? You know, like just to ensure that someone's there waiting. Yeah. I remember one night I was getting ready because I had 4 girls to take up. And I'm getting ready, and one of the girls from the hospital called and she said, Keoma, are you coming for us tonight? So I'm like, yeah, why? She said, well, it's only 2 of us. Are you sure? I said, girl, I got a couple nurses to bring in, and I coming up for y'all. She's like, well, thank you so much. You know, so this is like every night. pretty much every night.
Mm-hmm.
So I leave at 8 o'clock, and I'm back home by 9:30, maybe 10. But this last few nights with the rain falling,
Right.
and having to be careful on the road, and then picking the girls up from at their homes because of the rain, it took quite some time, but we got it done.
You know what is nice?
And the girls actually started. Yeah, the girls actually started a group, a WhatsApp group, where we keeping contact with each other. And I don't know, I mean, straying off of the topic just a bit, I was driving one night and they're communicating back and forth in the group. And the minute I got home and I went into the group, I saw one of the nurses who was at home telling the nurses heading into the, please remember to continue the prayer chain that we started. And I mean, that was awesome.
Yeah. I like the fact that you have that businesses have agreed to come on board. Are you still getting that support from businesses?
Oh yeah, pretty much. I get a weekly supply of gas from the Two Brothers gas station. I have various business people saying, well, look, this is my contribution. And I basically tell them, anything is good for me. Whatever you can do, just contribute. This is what we need. But I pretty much told the girls that, listen, you're not gonna pay me. The business community is gonna pay for this.
Do you know if anybody else would have followed your initiative to provide transportation thus far, or as far as you know, it's just yourself?
I saw while that post on Facebook was trending and everyone was sharing it, this guy, I have no idea who he is. He messaged, he commented and he said, hey, I have a taxi, I have a car. If you need me at any time, just let me know, I could help. And of all the attention, of all the posts circulating and all of that made me so happy. To know that from me doing this, someone else is saying, hey, I want to do something too. I want to get involved too. And that's like the best feeling ever,
If people are listening to this, if people are looking at this and they want to get involved, how could they get involved?
If they want to help transport the nurses, get in contact with the hospitals, getting in the area, wherever you are, get in contact with them. You must know someone who knows someone who's a nurse who needs help, it doesn't even have to be a hospital run. We have people right now who are out of jobs, who need food stuff, who need so much. You don't even have to be a part of the hospital initiative or the transporting of nurses. You could roll your sleeves up and get involved with something, anything.
What would be your encouragement to nurses? I mean, your act alone is encouragement, but if you were to say something to the nurses and the doctors in the front line, what would it be?
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think, to be honest, before all of this, I can't speak for everyone, but I don't think I fully realize the amount of work that they put in and the risk that they expose themselves to and the time that they put in, and it just goes unnoticed, and I think they deserve so much more. I have people, this post that blew up yesterday saying the hero Keoma Pearson, and I'm saying I don't want to accept that title or that medal. We have these heroes in the hospitals, and I think you need to acknowledge them and you need to recognize them and accept that medal when I feel the right thing is being done.
Well, what would you say is the right thing?
Before COVID-19, they've had issues that they have been dealing with, that we had, some people knew and some didn't. You know, I feel like they should be compensated for the work that they do. COVID-19 did not need to come for you to realize that you have women leaving this hospital after a 12-hour shift or 8-hour shift to go on the road to get transportation, to drop them off at a street for them to walk into that dark, lonely street. COVID-19 didn't need to come for you to realize that you should have done more for them. You should provide transportation for these people coming off of a 12-hour shift on their feet, tired and exhausted. You know, they need more. Like I saw one nurse saying that, you know, we need duty-free concessions so that we could buy our own vehicles. And I'm like, yeah, you should get it. You know, they're not asking you to provide them with the transportation. They're asking you to make it possible for them to get their own. You know, some of the girls said that this isn't something that's new to them, being short on stuff at the hospital. You know, they should be provided with so much more. And aside from the higher heads, aside from the bigger ones, the people in charge, you off of your own initiative, your own conscience should think about it and say, hey, I have this spare bottle of disinfectant, this sanitizer, this gloves, let me just slip it on to this health center, this hospital, or, you know, we need to stop looking at people who should be doing and isn't doing, and we do need to start doing on our own, because had I not done this, other people looking on would not have, you know, had a knee-jerk moment where they thought, okay, let me do this. You know, those buses probably would have still been parked, but by me doing this, people saw and people said, okay, well, let's continue this and let's do this as a result of that. And that's where change comes about, with one action, with a ripple effect. You know, it's a domino effect. You do something and someone looks on and someone does something as a result.
I appreciate this, and it's really inspiring, your story, and we generally and genuinely hope that people would continue this. I want to thank you for your time. It was fun talking with you.